Hallo liebe NOAF-Fans, ich bin hier Backstage mit den Death Metal-Legenden aus Holland oder aus Niederlanden. Bodyfarm, how are you doing, guys?
Yeah, very good. Had a great show.
Great show? Despite the heat?
Sure, there was no heat. There was only fun.
Only fun?
Yeah man, it's very great. Good vibe here, good food, great beers, lovely.
Perfect. So, you've been around now for over 15 years, right? And how does it feel to be an established death metal band out there in the metal scene?
Well, I'm not in the band for 15 years, so it might not be the perfect one to judge, but I would say, of course, it's fun. You have the chance to play at festivals like this, and that's great. That's what we live for. Like, we played in Austria 2 days ago on a festival in between the mountains. That's something that you really realize that you're doing something that not everybody gets to do, so that's great. Really great.
Yeah, just great to play everywhere like this. Indeed, yeah, what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also you mentioned in the same breath as bands like Asphyx, Hail of Bullets, all Dutch bands. Is there something special about Dutch death metal? Like Florida death metal or Swedish death metal?
Well, I don't know. It's a question a lot of times asking us. I think it's. I don't know the receipt or something, but it's. I think we're all different, but still catchy. You know, like when you have Swedish death metal, it sounds alike. But American death metal sounds specific.
Okay.
But Dutch death metal, we're all different. But we have the same catchiness and groove, I guess.
Okay.
But that's my view on it. I don't know what it makes.
We don't lose track of the party factor. I think if you listen to some of those Swedish death metal bands, they are great. I don't want them, but sometimes like it's too much. Like if this HM2 sound, and you can't almost distinguish what they are doing. It's just, I think maybe that's the Dutch thing, because if you see Hail of Bullets, Gorefest, all those bands, the songs are really catchy. You can remember them later. And I'm not saying that there's no Swedish band with catchy songs, of course, but I think it might be a little bit of the style thing.
I personally think that Dutch death metal has a lot in common with German death metal, because your German death metal bands are very different also, but still great, like you know, the old bands Morgoth or Dark Millennium or Torture, but now also the newer bands. So I like it when you're different, you know?
Okay. So what would you say is the difference between like also American death metal, like from Florida, Morbid Angel, Obituary Death?
That's a tricky one, huh?
I think there are a lot of differences in it, but it's very hard to describe it also, you know. And in the end, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, you know. It's about the energy you give on stage and what you do over there. And of course, we play Dutch death metal because we're from Holland.
Yeah.
That's what we give. So maybe it's also about the energy, you know, the Dutch energy you give. Yeah, in the end, it's about that, the energy between the band and the people. And,
yeah, of course.
Go. Yeah. So.
And what about upcoming material? Are you currently in the process of writing new stuff, or are you in the studio?
Yes, we are now writing new material. So if we have time between shows, we rehearse that in our rehearsal space. So new work is coming. Yes.
So can you tease something for the fans? Can you like leak something? Bodyfarm acoustic version.
It's a cappella.
A cappella, yeah.
I guess that's pretty much it. Of course, we're not the inventors of the wheel, so to say. So we just do what we do. So if you like the previous records, I think you will like the upcoming records.
Okay.
And we try to make it as good as possible.
Yeah, and we always try to have a new fling in the song. So things we already did, we leave a little bit right and try to adjust it to a higher level.
I see.
So put a lot of diversity in the songs, like slow songs, but also fast songs, and that the album doesn't become boring to listen to, and that's what
It's the ultimate mood killer. If it's one vibe. If you do D-beat the whole record or blast beats or whatever, it gets boring at a certain point. So I think that's what we always try to keep in mind, that we need to have slower songs, faster songs, everything in between. And that's maybe the biggest improvement we're trying to get with each record, is to make it diverse but still sound like Bodyfarm. That's
okay. So you want to stay true to yourselves, but also want to evolve, right?
Basically, basically.
And now the Neuborn Open Air Festival is a rather small festival, about 5,000 people here. You've played bigger shows. Which one do you prefer? Smaller shows in smaller venues or bigger festivals?
It's a combination. The smaller shows in the small clubs have a really good energy. You're direct on the people. This is very different.
It can be very personal and intense.
We were in Lisbon in April. And really people hanging on your legs and doing this kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It has something. It's rock and roll.
Definitely, I agree.
However, if it would be like that every night, it gets annoying. Like, so,
of course,
this is really cool to have like a great stage, and that you can actually have a little bit of space to move around and set up the drums on the side. It's not like where you're squeezing in between every bit. And so it's the same with music. If you need to have both. To make it really fun.
Yeah, like here, you have the open space and everything. You have a lot of space on stage, so you can walk around, and in the open field, it's a different vibe.
Okay.
Two different things, but we both like them.
So both things have their benefits.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Sure.
It's the only thing that's uncool is when like the environment is not chill. Like when people are like, an organization is unfriendly. That's basically what a mood killer is.
Yeah,
but if you have a warm welcome and people are there, then it doesn't matter if stage is big or small, or 500 people, 100 people, 50 people even. If those people are into it, it's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically the interaction is what it's about, and the interaction is always different. Of course, when you have a bigger stage, it's a different. Like today was good. Like a lot of people hiding in the shade, which I totally get because it was 5 million degrees on the field. But yeah, you still feel like you're in a little bit of a community. A little bit of that's cool. Yeah.
And now a question for all of you: what was your personal influence to play death metal or even metal? That doesn't have to be death metal. Can you like pick one artist or band that you said, hey, I want to do this too?
For me, it started at the LP collection from my parents.
Okay.
And it was rock and roll music from the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
The hardest songs.
Yeah.
And I always run to it when I was 6 or 7, and I wanted to listen to it. And later it came with Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water, the easy things. And
so really old school stuff.
Yeah, and then you run in Guns N' Roses at that time.
Yeah. For you?
Electric guitar I started to play because of Jimi Hendrix. I liked Hendrix a lot.
Also classic,
the first death metal record was Symbolic from Death.
Okay.
That's okay. This is fucking cool shit. I want to play this.
Yeah.
For me, like the first guitar record I had, I think it was Appetite of Destruction from Guns N' Roses, which I still like a lot.
Yeah.
But that first actual metal thing, I would say, is probably some Children of Baltimore, I'm on the Marv thingy, and then went on to black metal, death metal. War with Angel, I have always liked a lot. I've seen it live when I was 14 years old, and I was like, I have to do that.
Well, for me, I'm a little bit older. I guess I was playing
With
my
Jesus
brother
Christ.
at 11 years. I was imitating Kiss.
Okay.
And I was Gene Simmons. My brother was Paul Stanley, and with the disco light, we're jamming on tennis rackets. So I guess there it all started.
Okay. This is it. Thank you very much, guys, for the interview. This is Bodyfarm.
Good job.